Hello everyone, Overkill is back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at the s.h.figuarts Frieza First Form and his Frieza Pod from Bandai Tamashii Nations. It does have the seal of approval here for the US release. It also has a Tamashii seal quality here. So we'll look at the box. We can see Frieza, how he looks in his pod. Got a little wrap around up top to show you him posed. Here it just shows you a couple different pictures of how Frieza and his pod look. Then on the back it just tells you a little bit about the figure, Frieza First Form and Frieza Pod, super modeling, super action. You see that it comes with one of the Namekian Dragon Balls, and it does have the official Bluefin sticker here as well. When you look in the window packaging, you just see the Frieza and a couple of accessories. So that being said, let's go ahead, crack this thing open and check it out. So we have him out of his box, and this is his clamshell. You get a little bit better look of everything in it. We will take a look at the stand first with his pod, and it just sits like so, just to kind of have it propped up. But with this pod, you can see that it has an extra bottom body piece to Frieza. And it's got some of the details of how his pod looks on the inside, since we've never really seen that. Got the black and gold and gray look. Pretty lightweight, simplistic, but it serves its purpose. We'll slide it to the side. Here is the Dragon Ball, and he does have the 5-star Dragon Ball. Really killer looking. Pretty good size too. You can see it compared to the pod. Let's set it in here for now so it don't roll away. As for the Frieza, it comes in 2 pieces inside the clamshell. We have him here. We have his tail, just pops on. Do a quick look at him up close. Check out the articulation. It's a pretty decent head movement. The neck don't move too much without stressing it. There it goes. It finally kind of locked in, but you know, he can go up pretty high on these arms. Shoulder pads articulated as well. He's on a hinge, so he can go straight back, straight forward, upper bicep cut, double jointed elbows, on a peg for his hands to be interchangeable. He does have chest movement, and he can look down fairly well, look back fairly well. Then he has, well, you can see he has a ball here, and that does come off to allow him to go in his pod. So you got some movement there as well. You have the 2.0 leg articulation. That allows for really good movement. Leg goes up pretty far. Back like so. Upper thigh cut here. Double jointed knees. And then he does have articulation on the foot here. It's on a little peg as well. You get pretty good movement. No toe articulation, but you do got the peg and ball to move that around as you please. If I can get it back in place. There we go. So all that's pretty cool. That is the articulation for this Frieza. And we'll put him on the 360 turnaround to let you get a good look at all the details. As he comes around, you can see the sculpting really nice into the armor. The purple's really nice. It's a really bright, vibrant purple. And it is, you know, it's kind of, it looks matte, but it is shiny. The pinks all match up pretty good on the body, except for one on the tail. And as it comes around, I'll show it to you. It's a little bit off right here near the ball, but it matches pretty good. The purples, this little piece here is a little bit different than this, but it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. The face looks fairly well. Looks just like Frieza from Dragon Ball Z in my opinion. Everything else blends in and matches up well. And that's pretty much all we need to look at on this for a second. What we'll do is we'll leave him sitting on this so you can see it good. And you can see this head was the one that was on him, and this is the other head that he has. A little bit of a screaming face. We'll leave it here. It'll prop up so you can see it fairly decent. And then he also has 3 extra faces. Here we have the smirk. We have his angry face. And we have his laughing, blowing up Planet Vegeta face. And you can actually recreate that pose with this little ball energy effect that he came with to put on his finger. So that's pretty cool as well. It can work with either this hand, which is a pointing finger. See if I can get the clear up for you. We'll set it on the right side here. Or we have one for the left side to make it look like he's throwing it into motion. That's pretty cool. Of course, he does have the classic fist for fighting on. And then the last set of hands that he does feature is a pair of kind of grip hands. So I guess you could kind of make it look like this energy effect is in his hand as well too, if you know you felt like another option for him. He's got one more thing, and it is a scouter. That's pretty killer looking. It's got clear plastic on it here and pinkish clear here, and it just snaps in somehow on these. Okay, we got certain heads that has them. All the extra faces show it, so I bet when you take the heads off that you have that. So let me go ahead and slide all this over, and I'll take the head off and we'll check it out. Alright, we got them off here. We'll pop this head off. We'll look inside and see how this mechanic works, and it does pop straight out, and I was correct. It does have a little, like a placeholder ear here for him. And it's just a straight snap over. And then you pop the head back in. There's how you get the scouter look. That is really awesome. We can actually try that out with the other faces so you can kind of see what they all look like. This one is more closely to Frieza. Seeing somebody's power level. Seeing that it's nothing. And laughing about it. Then we have his overconfidence in action. If I can get this to snap on. Don't want to fit in good on this one. Pop it up. You can see him smirking. He saw your power level. He's not amused. Pop it in. Fits much better than the previous. And this is what I consider the annoyed Frieza. You can see, saw the power level. Somebody is too strong. Not strong enough to challenge Lord Frieza, of course, but strong enough to ire him a little bit. So that's awesome that you can take every face and have that option to have that scouter on it. I'm really digging that. I say, when we check his pod out, we go ahead and recreate that famous scene from the Bardock special. We'll pop the scouter on. Put this in place. We'll have to use the other head to put this one in place because it won't fit quite right. So we can pop it out. And that's what this other head was for. It has the bigger spots for the faces. That's pretty cool. Learn something as we go. And then we will pop the head onto the body like so. And then, as you saw when I was doing articulation, you can just pop this off, set your legs to the side. We will move the Dragon Ball, grab the stand. I'm sorry, take the legs back. We will need the tail. Now we can set it to the side. You push this forward inside. You can prop the tail up. Like so. Line your ball joint up inside. And then pop Frieza on. That's pretty cool. It would have been cool to set them down in it, but I guess aesthetically this would look better. So it takes a little bit of work. We get him in place. Of course, he don't need two arms. We can get his fists turned around. We'll take this hand, pop it off, and there is Frieza in his pod, getting ready to blow the joint up, and he's enjoying it. And that's pretty cool that you got this little stand to set this thing on. I know this ain't exact how he looked in the anime, but it is really cool. I'm loving it. Ready to blow up Planet Vegeta. Loving every minute of it. So now we'll go ahead and finish this video up with my final thoughts. Solid figure with great paint apps, awesome articulation, pretty cool features. The cons, of course, is Tamashii Nation, so you're a little bit pricier than your normal figure. And I don't know if it's every one of them, but mine in particular, when I was trying to piece them together in his pod, or put some of his extra faces on, or whatever, he wanted to fall apart easy. So be on the lookout for that. It's really a posable figure, but if you try to get it in too much action poses on your shelf or something, it may fall apart on you. It's every so often Tamashii Nations has this issue. I remember from Captain Ginyu, his shoulder pads that's made similar to Frieza's kept falling off. So it could just be a bad figure every now and then, but I just wanted to make you aware to that. So other than that, it's a really great figure. Very solid for the collection. We're happy to have it. Hopefully I'll be able to review Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the re-release Goku Black when they come out. So be on the lookout for those figures. I know it's not quite regular that I get to do my Dragon Ball videos anymore, but they're still coming. So as always, I appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I bid you all farewell.